Only in the game just to get my fatty. And these lazy ain't got competition. It's me versus me, love key talk game.
Get out, man. All right. So it does look like Lil Zay Osama. You know what I'm talking about? I did a report on Lil Zay Osama a while ago. I believe it's either sometime earlier this year or sometimes last year. He had pretty much got caught with a switchy. You know what I'm talking about? They got caught with the switchy inside of the, it was an Uber rideshare app, right? However, they ended up pretty much letting them go, dropping any charge that they actually had because they couldn't exactly prove that the switch belonged to him. You know what I'm talking about? Because it could have been anybody that was actually inside of that Uber rideshare, right? Man, you know. Well, it looks like, you know what I'm talking about, the switchy has doubled back because now Lil Zay Osama has been arrested again, but this time it wasn't only for having a switch, but this time it was also for retail theft as well. So I don't know how it turned out, how it happened. Maybe they caught him inside the store or something like that. I'm sure more details will actually come out on that later, but right now it ain't many more details. Make sure you stay on for more details though. But as far as details, man, more details is now coming out about the 5-5 Crip. C-Mac, you already know. Crip Mac pretty much, he was arrested on federal, he got arrested by the feds on like some federal gun charges, man, and they ain't trying to let Crip Mac free at all. And when I say they ain't trying to let him free, not only are they trying to send him up the road, but he can't do no bonding out or nothing like that at all because they saying that Crip Mac, the 5-5 Crip, you know what I'm talking about, Give Back 5 the community, you know what I'm talking about, has actually, they said he's a danger to the community and also a flight risk. So I'm going to read y'all exactly what they saying about the 5-5 Crip. He says, following Crip Mac's indictment on federal weapons charges, a judge has found that he's both a danger to the community and a flight risk and ordered him jail pending trial. So he got to stay in jail while his trial's pending. It says the U.S. Magistrate Judge Patricia Donahue ordered Crip Mac to be granted a prosecution motion that argued that there are no possible conditions that would ensure public safety if Crip Mac were released from jail. So they pretty much said there's absolutely no type of measures that they can actually take to ensure that the whole general public will be safe from the 5-5 Crip, C-Mac, right? And a lot of the times when they do this, they're able to do it even easier if the person's a gang member, right? Anytime you're a gang member and you affiliate with a gang and you like rep your gang, especially online, I mean, that's his name is Crip Mac. You know, somebody, the first word is Crip. So, and then of course, how he got the 5-5s on him, all that stuff, they're going to look at all that stuff and like, they're going to judge you based off all that stuff as well. And it actually makes it easier for them to go harder on you. I mean, obviously everybody knows they can increase your crime, give you longer time, give you more years. And in this case, Crip Mac's not getting a bond at all, right? It also says the popular YouTuber and rapper was arrested on federal charges earlier this month after state prosecutors dropped a corresponding case against him. Crip Mac, whose real name is Trevor, is charged with possession of an unserialized firearm. So he had that fire on him. You know what I'm talking about? He had the thuka on him, but he ain't just had that thuka on him. He ain't, you know what I'm talking about? He ain't get that thuka out of nowhere. He got that thuka straight out the streets because there's no serial number on it, right? And it says, and 10 rounds of ammunition as a felon. Now, that as a felon part is what really, you know what I'm talking about, is really hurting him right now because he a felon with a weapon. Now, you got to understand, though, you know what I'm talking about, when you claiming a Crip gang and you're a felon and you know what I'm talking about, you in the streets or whatever it may be, and he say he really be on 5-5 Street, you know what I'm talking about, whatever it may be, the ops could come here at any time, and you got to be able to protect yourself from the ops. But then, of course, when you become a felon, you got to protect yourself from the ops, but you also got to hide the thuka from the cops, you know what I'm talking about? And then, of course, we already know in LA or in California, period, they don't really play about the guns, right? So we'll just have to see how it goes. And then it also says Donahue also noted his alleged gang membership in her detention order. So that him being in a gang that's actually making it harder for him to get the bond, bail, whatever it may be. And of course, probably with the judging of his sentencing, him being a Crip gang member is, of course, going to do the same thing as well, right? It says the order to detain him notes that he suffered convictions for robbery, grand theft, distribution of controlled substance, and possession of guns from 2014 all the way to 2022, as well as 2 parole violation convictions. He's also had no bail warrant for a probation violation that had been active since October 30th. So he actually had a probation violation before he got arrested anyway. So they're just adding that on to this right here, right? And then it says his prior convictions involve firearms, and in this case, he's charged with possession of ammunition contained inside of a semi-automatic ghost gun. And of course, they call it a ghost gun because he ain't got no serial number on it, right? It says Donahue wrote in an order, and that's the judge, defendant is an active 5-5 Crip gangster. according to the arresting agent. Crip Mac will remain in federal custody, but can appeal Donahue's order or revisit the issue at a later date. So there is still some hope for Crip Mac to try to get some type of bond. Just like YNW Melly kept trying to get bond, just like Young Thug kept trying to get bond, and pretty much everybody else in the YSL and, the YFN Lucci case. And then it continues. It says, on Wednesday, his attorney and prosecutors agreed to his trial date for April 30th, 2024. So it's coming, pretty soon of next year. But that could end up being postponed further as well. So, Crip Mac is inside of a tough situation right now, right? His image, of course, is the 5-5 Crip. And not only that, but of course, yes, he does give back 5 to the community. And if you know what I'm saying, give back to the community. He does do that stuff as well. But of course, he's still considered a gang member. Even if you consider the gang member, and let's just say you give back to the community, we can say every single day. It doesn't even matter, right? Long as they consider you a gang member, whenever you go to court, especially for like anything that got to do with violence or a gun or anything like that, they look up at the gang member aspects more than they look at the he gives back to the community aspect, right? So it kind of like cancels out. Not even canceled out. The community work gets overpowered by the gang affiliation pretty much, right? So we'll just see how that goes. And then, of course, Lil Zay Osama was able to get out on that last switch. So we'll just have to see if he can do it again. It does seem like the rappers always have these special type of lawyers that are typically able to pull some strings all the time. And like Kodak Black get arrested all the time. And somehow his lawyer is a beast, you know what I'm talking about, and able to get everything dropped most of the time, right? So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, let me know something. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out.